Welcome everybody. This is our Wednesday Lunch and Learn, where every week I explore topics to help you elevate your mindset and be at your best and radically expand your life and business. And today I am talking about a very special topic. I'm talking about what you can do when you can't visualize your manifestations, when you just can't see it. So, if you've ever felt frustrated because you've created your goal and when you go to visualize because they said you should, your mind goes blank, or you can't figure out what to actually look at, so you start doubting yourself, or if you do see a glimpse of your picture, there's nothing really to get excited about. So, you are looking for fireworks, but you just feel so neutral, wondering what's wrong with you. I'm supposed to be excited about my goal. I'm supposed to be excited about my picture and what I'm looking to manifest. And why am I not? Why is this happening? And so you can feel really down. I want you to listen up if any of this sounds familiar, because these are frustrations I hear from people all the time. And these are things that I encountered as well. So, what I want to do today is give you some really concrete, actionable steps that you can walk away with so that you can start picturing your desire. You can actually start visualizing your manifestation and rock your world. So, I think this is something that we're really commended for in our workshops, in our trainings, in our programs. And the idea of having things be really actionable, be really concrete and very practical are extremely powerful. We literally held a vision casting workshop a few weeks ago, and I heard from several different people. They're like, I've done a life vision. I've gone through the vision casting process before. However, after attending your workshop, things became so much more clear because I had a step by step process to walk away with. It was easy. I could fill in the gaps and I was able to walk away with a more clear picture. This is what we hear time and time again. You made it so straightforward. I just filled in the blanks, and all of a sudden, poof, magic started to happen. Now, I know some of you know me, some of you don't. If you're new here, I'm Larissa McCook. I am a master results coach and CEO of Abundance Academy, where we help high achieving women uncover their deepest desires and what they are truly capable of. And we empower them to do it so that they can unapologetically have a life and business that they want and truly love from the inside out. So I do thank you for being here, and I appreciate your presence. I would love to know where you're coming in from. If you're tuning in by replay, we have many people that tune in by replay. Just type in replay in the chat and let us know that you're here so we can welcome you and we can serve you. If this is your first time here, type in first time in the chat. Now, when I first learned about this idea of manifestation and this concept of turning your dreams into reality, I really had no idea what I was getting into. It was just something that I got intrigued by because people around me were excited, and some some get into this idea of manifestation because they have this picture of their end destination. For me, it was the energy of the people around me that pulled me in. It was the intrigue, it was the mystery, and I needed to follow my gut. And so I would hear about people creating a vision and replaying it in their minds every day, and they're like, oh my god, I feel it, it feels so good, I can just see it. And when I tried to do this, I'm like, I don't feel anything. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And in the beginning, my mind would just go blank. And it's like, and I'm like, I get frustrated. And all of a sudden, this attempt to see this beautiful picture turned into a whole bunch of negative self-talk. And all of a sudden, these pictures of self-doubt and negative things that I didn't want started to come into my mind. And that didn't feel good. Periodically, I'd get glimpses of what I thought was the picture I was striving for. And it would be like, okay, I got the picture. Good. I don't really feel it. Now what? I'd wonder where those emotional fireworks were and why they weren't going off for me. And I've never been one of these like, yay, like I've gone to Tony Robbins. I can pump my arms. I can be happy. But things that inspire and motivate other people didn't work the same way for me. Okay. I am a little more low key. And so when I asked for help, I remember going to some mentors and asking for help, like the teachers that taught me what to do. I'm like, I'm kind of getting part of this. I think I'm on track, but it's not quite working. What can I do? And I would just get brushed off. I would be like, they'd be like, oh, just keep trying it. Just keep doing the best you can. Oh, just keep feeling it, get emotionally involved. And it was really frustrating because I was doing the best I could and I still didn't get the answers, no matter how many times I asked the question or different variations of the question. So I did have an amazing superpower called persistence. And I refused to take this little brush off as my final answer. So I went searching high and low. I went to different resources, to different sources, to different mentors to really figure out what visualizing actually was and how I could see the picture and I could actually get emotionally involved in it. Because when you're emotionally involved in something, it's way more exciting. It's way better. Let me know if you can relate to any of this. Like what are your frustrations that you have? What are some of the challenges that you've encountered with this idea of visualization? Okay? There might be some great things that are working, but what are some of your particular challenges at this time? Okay? So pop those in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them by the end of this talk. What I realized is I just needed some concrete steps, similar to what I teach in my trainings, right? I can do the theoretical thing. However, when I actually give people a step and say, this is the next step, try it and do it right now. And let's do the next step and let's do the next step. And you make sure those steps are appropriate for people. I made sure those steps were appropriate for me and I could actually access them because we're all at different levels of awareness and different levels of understanding. One's not better than the other, they're just different. And once I really started to tune into that and tap into that, it wasn't long before I found what I was looking for. Now, visualization is a key element to this manifestation process, and it can and truly does lead you to anything that you give it attention to. And many of you have heard how I manifested a day away from my office by wanting a day off. I wanted a break and I manifested a car accident and cancel that. I distinctly remember that day because I thought it was a brilliant example of me setting an intention for something I truly craved inside. However, I wasn't very clear about what I wanted, and I did ultimately manifest exactly what I asked for. My picture wasn't clear. And so my mentor, Bob Proctor, he put it this way. He said, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. So ask yourself, would you like to feel confident in your ability to create your future and predict it with absolute certainty, to create that vision of your life, to create that vision of your future? Do you want to be so enthusiastic about your desires that you don't have to, however, you could shout from the rooftop like you were in a Pantene Pro V commercial? When you see it on the screen of your mind, you're just like, "Oh my gosh, like I got goosebumps. I'm sweating. I'm juicy. I've got like saliva in my mouth. I am like so excited. This is mind blowing." Can you imagine what it would be like to actually see things in your life unfold before your eyes more beautifully and brightly than they ever have before? This is what it's all about. That's what today is all about. Visualizing the manifestation you desire so that you can turn it into reality. So, a manifestation is an event or an action or an object that really clearly shows or embodies something, especially something that's abstract. So, it's like if you want to create something that's not in your real world, it's an abstract idea. Okay, so it's an outward or visible expression of something. And when you actually get this expression, that's when you bring it from your mind into the physical world. This ancient principle called the law of attraction, it claims that the universe is going to make your dreams come true if you think positively enough and envision those wishes into existence. Now, there's a lot more to it than that. Okay, there's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot of research that has been happening over the last 15, 20 years, especially in quantum physics, neuroscience, and psychoneurobiology. There's many people that have taken these woo-woo concepts and actually made them concrete. And now people are going, oh, there's something I should pay attention to. Now, This is part of it, it originated, like it got really popular in the 19th century's New Thought movement that was facilitated by philosophers like Ralph Waldo Emerson. However, before that, its roots can be found in a range of ancient practices and Eastern teachings. So these concepts have been around for centuries. However, not everyone understood how they worked, not everyone recognized them. However, people were using them. I can guarantee you, you are using these principles already in your life. You just may not be aware of it. And you may be able to use them easily in one aspect of your life. However, the new things that you're desiring or craving and doing deliberately, doing very consciously, being a conscious creator, that instead of an unconscious manifester, you may not have that skill set yet. And that's why you're here. Okay. One component of this visualization and manifestation process is seeing the picture. So here's what you need to know. If you have a pen and paper, if you have a notepad going, I want you to take some notes because this is where it's going to get really juicy. Okay. And I need a process. I didn't see the picture and my mind kept spinning. I can't see anything. Okay. So we're not going to get into the full process today. However, I will give you 3 bite-sized pieces to walk away with that you can actually go implement today. Okay. The full process is a whole other topic, a whole other talk. However, I am going to give you some really concrete things that you can walk away with. And I'm going to suggest you try them individually. Okay. From an application standpoint, try them individually so you can acknowledge them and practice them. It's like when you're learning a new skill, don't try all the pieces at once. Try one at a time and be like, okay, that's cool. Okay, I kind of get what this is. And you're going to start finding that things start to blend together and you're going to find what works for you and what doesn't, or what doesn't at this time, because things can start to change each and every day. When you come back to something, it's not that the information changes, it's that you change. So, what you need to know is that everything is created twice. Okay, first in the mind and then in physical form. So you've got to create this idea, this concept, this picture in your mind. And this presupposes that you actually want to create something, you want to turn something into reality. Now, you think in pictures, you really, really do. When you think of a refrigerator, you have a picture of a refrigerator, and I have a picture of a refrigerator. And we might have different pictures of a refrigerator. My refrigerator in my kitchen is a double door. Okay. It's stainless steel. It's got double doors and it's got one of those bottom pull out freezers. Now that I've explained my refrigerator to you, you could probably picture a refrigerator similar to that you've seen at some point in your life. Now, my grandma's refrigerator, oh my goodness. You open the door, it was like one of those big, big doors on the side. Okay. It only had one door and it was that mustard yellow from the 1970s. And on the bottom of it, it had that plastic, that black plastic grate with those horizontal vents. And on the top, it had the freezer with that brown handle that had that fake plastic wood on it. Okay. You can picture my grandma's refrigerator or a comparable one. Now, think of the refrigerator that you had when you grew up with. You're able to identify the characteristics of that refrigerator. Same thing works with other things that you've experienced in your life. If I say, think of a beautiful flower, the most beautiful flower you've ever seen. Think of a flower that you saw on a walk yesterday. You're going to picture a flower of some sort. It might be different than mine. I'm thinking of tulips and I'm thinking of daffodils. That's what's in the neighborhood right now, all over. It's spring. But maybe you're thinking of peonies, maybe you're thinking of roses. Whatever it is, we all know what flowers are because we've seen them and we've experienced them. If you think of a feather, you're not thinking of the letters FEATHER, you're actually thinking of a picture. You're thinking of the feather itself. Same thing with a car. Now, when you think of these things, you can reference them and you have reference seeds in your mind for what I'm talking about. However, if you've never seen something before, you may not have a picture for it. Okay, you may not have a picture for it. And even something simple. I was thinking I have another idea in my mind, but didn't have time to grab it. But even right in front of me on my phone, I have a screen protector on my phone, on the front of my phone. and I dropped my phone and the screen protector cracked a little bit. It was fine. However, I also cracked two of my camera things in the back. And so I'm thinking of skunk cabbage. I see lots of it on my wax. Yeah. So this is where we raise our awareness to the things that we want to see. Okay. However, you're seeing a picture. You're seeing a picture. I love it. So I broke two of my camera pieces and I had them fixed. However, I knew that there was a screen protector for the front of the screen. I wasn't aware. I don't know if you could see. I wasn't aware that this little screen protector for the camera even existed. I had no picture for it. The repair people that fixed it, they're like, would you like a would you like a camera protector, right? It's just this little square plastic lip. And I was like, sure. I had no idea what it would be. Is it like individual things that go on the thing? I didn't know what it was. And so they put it on, and now I saw it and I have a picture for what that is. Prior to me actually seeing it, I had no picture. I had a theoretical concept. So this is really important because one aspect of seeing your manifestation or seeing your picture is actually borrowing previous images, borrowing ideas and memories and things that you've seen from the past. Maybe you could, the beauty of Google is you can go on Google and Google what you think you want and start creating pictures even based on Google. I had a friend who wanted to fly first class and she thought it was just so inaccessible. So she would go on Google and find little YouTube videos of what it would be like to experience first class. And so she started learning about what first class was. And then she had the courage to take a first class flight. And she's like, wow, it wasn't as expensive or as scary as I thought it was. It was beautiful. And then she kept taking them because that was her desire. And then she realized first class means different things on different airlines. And it's not a one size fits all picture. However, in the beginning, she needed to use external sources or other things from what she could access to create that first picture. So borrow memories from the past, borrow pictures from Google, and practice seeing those pictures in your mind to create your vision. Okay. So your unconscious mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So step one is find something in your real world and borrow those pictures that you've experienced to create the new one. Okay. Hope that's helpful. Okay. So, solution number 2, this is literally to go and try on your goal, to go try in your manifestation to create the basis for a picture. If you want a certain type of car, don't just dream about the car, actually go test drive it. Feel what the seat would feel like. See what you would look like in it. Feel what it's like to actually drive the car. Get a photo in. Same thing with your house. If you want a house, go find the house you want to buy. Don't figure out how you're going to get it. You've got to go find the house you actually want. Go look at it. Go to an open house. Go stand in front of it. Go put yourself mentally in each room or physically in each room and imagine what you would do in each part of the house if it was yours. If you want to stay at luxury hotels or resorts and maybe it's not there yet for you, go have tea in one of these beautiful hotels. Maybe go for lunch there. Go spend time in that neighborhood and imagine what that would be like. Perhaps you could even go for a day trip, go for a tour. Maybe they'll give you a tour. Who knows, right? You don't know if you don't ask. You could, if you want to be going to luxury spa weekends, start with a treatment. Start with one treatment to put yourself in that area and really show up like the you that you were meant to be. If you want a housekeeper, if you want a chef and you're not able to get there yet, go hire someone for one meal, for one day, for a few hours, and really learn what it's like to have that done for you. Okay. So you're going to be able to try on your goal and expand on it. And you're going to be able to go back to it again and again and really start building that picture out. Okay. So go try on your goal and create the basis for your manifestation or your picture. Step 3, solution 3, Tune into all 5 of your senses and realize they are valid. Not everyone actually sees a picture. And for some people, if you don't actually see a picture, Kate, most people do, but there are actually some people that literally cannot see things. However, there are other senses that may mean more to you. So tune into all 5 of your senses to create this quote unquote picture, this visualization, and honor where you're at, embrace it, rock it. And allow yourself to get emotionally involved. Allow yourself to step into that experience with all 5 senses. Even if you do see pictures, using all 5 senses is going to enhance that experience. Now, one of the keys to getting emotionally involved is recognizing how you would feel. When this happens, how would you feel? As this happens, how would that make you feel? And sometimes some of these things might be intimidating, they might be uncomfortable. And so this is where we want to tune into the positive emotions that we see. Okay. This is where we want to tune into the good emotions and realize that life is a work in progress. Okay. Life is a work in progress. And we've got to focus on what we want so that we can get there. You are here, you are going up there. And if you don't know where you're going exactly, I want to invite you to one of our workshops. I have another vision casting workshop. It's coming up on May 19th, Thursday evening from 6:30 to 9:30. It is phenomenal. We've had so many people attend and just get raving results because they were able to take some time and create their pictures. And the best part is they borrowed ideas from other people. They didn't have to do it all by themselves. When you start borrowing ideas, you can start creating your picture and it becomes absolutely magical. So join us. It's absolutely free. It is 3 hours. We get all the work done right then and there, super practical. And it truly is an amazing transformation. Oh, amazing. So Bryn's popped a link in the chat on LinkedIn. And if we can get a link on the other platforms, that would be phenomenal. If you're interested in joining us or registering, then please do join us right then and there. It would be amazing to have you with us. So you have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful day. Really step into this picture that you desire. See, borrow the memories from your past, borrow the memories, and look at where you've experienced parts of this before to create your picture. Try on your goal. Go out there and actually do a part of it or do all of it. Go be in the presence of your goal. And solution 3 is tuning in to all 5 senses and realizing they are valid. They can help you enhance your entire experience and create some magic in your life. And that's what this is all about. This is about creating magic in your life and in the life of others. I truly do want the best for you. I truly do wish the best for you. We've covered so much today, and ultimately, this boils down to you knowing yourself better than anyone else. You taking responsibility for yourself, and you showing up and saying, "Hey, I'm going to take a stand. I'm going to stand up for myself and my life and the vision of what I truly want and desire." And the one way you can absolutely do that is by having a crystal clear vision of who you are and what you want in your life and business, one that is truly authentic to you. That's absolutely critical. So join me on Thursday, May 19th. There are links in the chat. We've run it several times before. And like I said, it is absolutely free. It will knock your socks off. It's perfect if you are a vision virgin or if you are a seasoned pro coming back to up level your current vision. So I will see you next week again, and I will see many of you on Thursday, May 19th for our next vision casting workshop. Bye for now.